Hello? Welcome to Holding Action. We are excited to be, and sad to be, but we are very excited to be coming back to wrap up what is otherwise a super long-running, heroic, and treacherous pathway of Holding Action's continued saga. Before we get right into the action for this eve, I'm going to kick it over, like a punter ought do, to a one Miss Kira Marie to handle a rather important, a rather definitive, and Discord flooding announcement. Please, would you let the fine folks know who they ought to tag with the announcement?
Okay, so I'm just doing the one announcement today, and then I'm going to kick it back to Deej for the final announcement to twos.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know what that
Absolutely.
was.
Why not? Yeah.
I don't know. But we have a birthday that we are celebrating this week, this upcoming week. So far this year, Holding Action has announced and celebrated my birthday. We celebrated Mike's, RIP. We celebrated then DnDeej's. And then a couple weeks ago, we celebrated Jones's. So if you are keeping up with like the weeks of the year, there's one person here whose birthday we have not yet celebrated. And in this upcoming week, our very own Jacky is leveling up. So give a very Illyrial Siofra happy birthday to Illyrial Siofra herself, Ms. Jacky.
You can call me Al.
Also, just want to clarify that Michael did not pass away.
Yeah.
He's very much alive.
We just do
When's
not
the last time
celebrate
you
his
talked to him? Do you
birthday
know that?
anymore ever again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he is totally
he's just
fine.
dead to the world, except for living on through, I'm just going to say Sally,
But
probably.
still alive.
Yeah, exactly. Still definitely alive. So make sure on Monday you are wishing one Miss Jacky a happy birthday, but also like, let's flood that Discord with some good energy. What Discord, you might ask? Kate, push a button. Freeforge,
And also,
we have
thank you all
some.
for the birthday wishes in chat.
Get it.
Thank
yeah,
you.
good call. And what Discord? See, Cage already pushed the button. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. Join the Freeforge Discord. We have some fun and exciting stuff coming up over the course of this next week for our content creation team. And we're hoping to see some things continue to materialize from that in the very, very near future. Also, for those of you not aware, and if you're here, you're probably aware. But if you're not yet aware,
Your family too.
yeah, no, that's Olive Garden. If you are not already aware, next week, a week from today, as it happens, is going to be the series finale for Holding Action, our very last episode for Holding Action ever.
She would be
Until
ugly crying.
maybe
On my
we
birthday week.
do something in the vein of, don't guilt me now. Come on, Deej, just 9 more years of Holding Action. That's all I want.
Cage.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, yeah, Holding Action will in effect be ending our second season and the series this upcoming week, a week from now, actually. So thank you for everyone for being here with us, for everybody who has spent their time with us and enjoyed this journey. Thank you for being a part of the tail end of it and wherever we're able to take it with the remaining opportunities that we have. It is incredibly meaningful, extremely valuable, and important for us to have you here with us. So thank you for that. Our last episode of Holding Action is next week, but this upcoming Wednesday, that is 5 days from now, and it is at 7:30 Central Standard instead of 7 Central Standard. But the mid-season finale of Stay Alive is going to be taking place on Wednesday, also here. The wonderful and amazing Miss Minikins is part of the cast for that excellent and interesting show. It is, I want to say, not much like holding action, but it is worth investing and checking out if you have the time and opportunity to do so. So
7:30
following
p.m. Central Time, same time in Cancun.
exactly. So we will be on our mid-season break for Stay Alive starting Wednesday, and we will be not be returning until January 6th, I believe. I guarantee you, Mindy will correct me in the chat if I am wrong, but let's just say whatever that Wednesday is in January, that's when we're coming back. So we will be off the air for like a good 3 weeks. Everybody will be enjoying their vacation and their holidays and spending time with folks. And I'm going to be doing some dishes and vacuuming, but like whatever it is that you do, enjoy doing it, because we will be taking a break ourselves. The cast has more than earned some time to relax for both shows, and we're very happy to have you rejoin us in the new year when Stay Alive returns. That being said, the beans talk. I don't think we have anything. Jones, what are you doing? Stop it. I don't think we have anything else before we get. But first, special awesome call outs. I have 2 in total. First, I want to get caught up on all of our awesome supporters who are just going super hamos in the chat over here. L Street Gaming, who you should also go follow on the Twitches, because wonderful, inviting streamer. Go put yourself in the neighborhood. You don't have to notify door to door. You can just be in there. A tent is waiting. 12-month subscriber, a full year now. What is up, L? Cage with the gift sub to, I'm going to do the voice for this one, The Olive Garden. Hopefully they check out the show, because I would love to be sponsored by Breadsticks. Miss Mindykins with a 10 bomb, who I've already covered this. Okay, follow here because you can see Miss Mindykins on the Wednesdays, but like also go follow Miss Mindykins on the Miss Mindykins. She is going to be on holiday break as well. Everybody should take some time for themselves. It's important, okay? It's 100% important. But she is going to be coming back in the new year with some awesome, fun, super interesting stuff from a wildly successful subathon, so be a part of that. Oh, Hollowed RPG for 8 months. What is up? Just shy of a stream, baby. Start thinking of baby names now. Yes, you are in before the end. We are infinitely grateful for it. And holy cow, if it is not the mod with the most, the absolute maestro of the keyboard information, it is KJ on the resub at tier 3 for 30 months. Yeah, take your butts and bless them, because holy butts, that is wild. And Warp Schizo with the 12 bits dropping in, I see you. And Fluid of the Druid with the 1-month gift sub to Take Care of Yourself, pulling a page out of Cage's book, Battle of the Hype Trolls. I'm here for it. So that is the first thing. That is the first thing. What was the second thing? I feel like I had a second thing.
Push the button.
Probably push the button.
Oh,
slap
no.
it.
I do actually know
Shut
what
up.
that
No, you
thing
don't.
is. I totally
You don't
remember it.
It's not a thing. Push the
We
button.
are going to take time, and we are going to make sure that we are providing all of our peeps an opportunity to provide their thanks in a very real and meaningful way. But before we get to our final episode, before we get to the end of this one, I also want to quick shout out and give a huge thanks to our moderation team who have been with us for a heckin' long time.
Like Cage?
Yeah, for sure. JP?
Legitimately, doesn't matter. It does not matter what channel you're on. Cage is one of the best mods to ever exist. Mega Morgan has absolutely held it down and was like just the mad paper scribbler to thrower conveyance device anyone could ever ask for. Literally the absolute
the Dan
best.
van. Early on, the Dan van. Big shouts to the Dan van.
Shouts to the Dan
they
van.
are.
Ms. Mindykins coming in to hold it down. Sildari and McCole for always providing that consistent support. The wonderful art from McCole too. Go ahead and follow on the twits. We don't have like a shout out on Twitter command. We probably should. It's fine. But I want to make sure we're taking a quick moment before we kick off to provide a huge thanks to all of our mods. A lot of what we do maybe angers people and like, you got to shut that down. But also we actually just have like a really cool, awesome, wonderful, engaging community, and all of the information games, moving parts and pieces, explanation, answering of questions, this long, convoluted process of keeping the engagement element of it in place is due to our incredible mod team. So I just wanted to say thank you to them before we got started. I did remember.
Claudia was our mod that 1 week.
Big shout out to everybody that pushes the buttons.
Yeah, pushing buttons. Speaking of which,
Push the button, Deej. Push the button. Push it.
I'm gonna do
Mambo
it.
number 5.
I'm going to do it. I'm gonna push it.
Shake
I'm
it.
gonna
Push
push
it.
it.
Bop it.
This is holding our time. All right, I get the point, Jammy. I get it. Because I legitimately think I glossed over somehow Jammy with 1,000 bits. Okay? Somehow, Jammy with 1,000 bits. And then during the intro, Cage was like, you know what? 5 bomb, just cuz. Why not? Right? And then because I can't leave it at like this just inherently communal thing. Also, why not a 1-month gift sub to I want to say is how that's pronounced. And then calling attention to it like, Deej, you missed something. It looked a lot like this. Jammy whammy with another 1,000 bits. Because, like, I think that there was a disconnect there. So I'm very sorry about that. But thank you so much for the continual love. Go follow Jammy. Wonderful human being. And also, very compulsive 5 addict. Shouts to the Jammy W Thirst. So, with that being the case, we dive back in where we left off with the party having traveled significantly far to the north, to the Maglaces Mountains, wherein they were led to a hidden entrance found through a combination of old notes discovered, old notes deciphered, materials, keys, and insight that they had gained over a long and arduous journey, now all coalescing to provide them both knowledge and access to the lost or hidden City of Stars. A unique and distantly forgotten dwarven city originally comprised of master smiths and construct creatures. It was L's visions or dreams or interrupting hallucinations that originally gave tell of this location, only to eventually have the party manifest in its location. After discovery of the city itself, L and the rest of the party soon learned that L was in fact maybe not everything she thought she had been. Due to a tragic, overwhelming, and otherwise untoward childhood event, L's body, mind, physical form itself damaged and destroyed to the extent where conventional magic was no longer an option, and the opportunities presented at the time could not have immediately saved her. With these restrictions and hurdles in place, a desperate effort was made, and the Magi Hubert J. Hovarth, something of an echo from the previous version that they had met in their earlier travels, a master magi that sought to engage the organic with the arcane and create more living constructs. Elle soon discovered that while her body in some essence was her own, it contained a mind that was perhaps not, now her form serving only as a shell for her soul, and in exchange a construct-like material now housing her actual mind. With these two life essence quantities separated, Tidbit, her construct companion, the arcane tattoos across her body that bonds her to said companion, providing a conduit for her continued function to bridge the gap between mind and soul. To recover And in an attempt to try and recombine the two, the technology now theoretically existent, the party sought to enter Hovarth's lab, which was unfortunately under direct threat from a old family companion of El's who had been twisted and warped by the very same magic that was helping to keep her alive. Not looking to immediately inflict lethal damage on this storied, tried and true friend, the party sought to whittle down and incapacitate Curan'Sol, put her in the hibernation conduit that El's construct form was now inhabiting to keep her mind stable, and is now forcing themselves into a situation where a rushed and hurried recombination of the two is necessary to take place for El to continue to survive. So, Curan'Sol is knocked unconscious with a deliberately non-lethal blow. The party working to quickly drag her towards the chamber wherein the housing element for El's mind now sits. As you look up, you see Hovarth's form quickly sprinting from the laboratory's observation window, seemingly to move back into position to enter the lab area. The lightning coils of the surrounding room and the arcane buzz that once filled the air just moments ago, now a dull whisper in an eerily quiet space. Party redacted. What happens next?
Okay. She's alive. That's good. I guess let's just do this thing.
Yeah, whatever you need.
This is fine. It's gonna be fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Are any of you doing anything right away as Hovarth makes the relatively quick transition from the observation area to the downstairs?
I'm gonna go over to Curan'Sol and give him a hug.
Oh, you're a hugger.
I'm a hugger. Thank you for helping me, and I'm sorry if I forget you.
That's okay. That's the
Just
point.
remind me.
All right.
Okay. Echo.
Yep. Here to back your
Give
play.
me a hug.
Yep.
And I'm sorry if I forget you. Thank you for everything.
Al, I
And
said it
also,
to you.
If Hovarth turns evil, like the Hovarth that was in the desert, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I brought the teleportation helm in here so you could get out in case you're captured.
Okay.
Okay.
Good call. But also,
So.
like I said earlier, before we fought this fight, if you forget, I'll remind you.
Yeah, my journal's out there. And all of my stuff. This is gonna be fine.
After
It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
a few brief moments, you hear the arcane plating, this thin like sheets of glass, this magical barrier crumbling to the ground as you hear the mechanical locks in place beginning to open up as you see Hovarth quickly throw open the door and cautiously come in. Where is she? Is this you? Oh. Yes, alright. Oh, goodness. Are you ready to begin?
Sure.
Okay.
This is gonna be fine.
What do you need us to do?
I will need both of your help. We'll need to generate a great deal of power. The The effort will be trying. Alariel, you will remember to be strong. Tidbit, you as well. Tough as you can be. Are you prepared to begin? We will try to do this.
Yep.
All right. Miss Echo, Mr. Renisser, would you stay on the generator crank? We will need to provide a constant supply of electrical charge.
Oh shit, yeah.
Keep cranking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna crank that.
Alariel, I will need you to stand on the large lightning coil. Tidbit on the opposite. Before you begin, Miss Echo, Mr. Renisser, help me to move Elle's mind to the last lightning coil available, would you?
You bet, yeah.
And quickly directing people out, you see Tidbit stopping in front of you, Elle. Hero. Help. Family. And begins moving to turn to stand on the lightning coil. Renisser and Echo placing Elle's now mind conscious form onto the separate, this construct container for Elle's consciousness, and Elle's soul taking the place on the last lightning coil. Renisser begins to move to the central console. Yep.
Take my ring off, because I had forgotten to do that. I'm going to set it at the base away from the coil, but I'm going to hang on to the little owl and hold on to it while I step onto the coil.
Renisser moves towards the... Hovarth moves towards the central console where the two containers were, and you see him beginning to push switches. Now, spin up the crank. Now's the time.
Crank it.
I'll need both of you to make strength checks, please. And Elle, you will have plot armor as well.
This just adding our strength ability modifier?
Correct.
Okay. 15.
And Echo?
So, like, I was gonna roll the dice that was, like, right next to me, right? But then I was like, no. This is for Elle's Topsy moment. Go find the friendship dice. It was worth it.
In the chat?
Yeah, I think you should put your 20s in the chat.
Put your 20s in the
slap
chat.
Them in there.
All right, so you begin to hear the arcane whirring spin up as the lightning bolts begin to arc across the individual parts and pieces. Renisser and Echo, both of you will have plot armor as well for this.
Good, all right. Thank you.
And as Hovarth begins to move in between the two, he stands next to one of the switches. Alariel, stay strong. And throws the transformer, and you immediately see Elle and Tidbit's forms both charged and shocked with significant amounts of electricity. You feel it biting and chewing through your skin as the arcane bolts begin to course through the interior of your body. Elle, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
Fuck.
Success.
Okay. I need you to make one for Tidbit as well.
And to get us into this century. Men is me.
Nine.
Okay. So, as you see L's form spread directly down the middle as these arcs of lightning course through her, you can see this racking pain ultimately taking over her form, though she remains upright. Whereas Tidbit, you see these arcs dancing across his metallic and stone form, and he begins flinching with parts and pieces beginning to pop and break through this formed tether. This conduit now attempting to try and combine the forms together and the pre-existing telepathic link. L, you hear, hero, help, family, hero, help, family. And Tidbit is fighting to remain on his feet. Echo and Renisser, please make an additional strength check as you see the lightning on the coils begin to wane.
All right, 19. Let's do it.
I'm debating if I should do the friendship dice again, but I'm gonna because of. Oh, it's still not bad. But 12.
Okay.
A negative modifier.
Your immediate burst, causing you to slow slightly, though Renisser's brute force and strength able to cause you to remain consistent as you keep the lightning cranking through. L, please make a death saving throw.
Failure.
And make one
That
for
was
Tidbit as
5.
well.
Success.
Okay. You again see the lightning bolts course and arc through. L almost dropping to a knee as the amplitude continues to mount. The strain on her form clearly a significant hindrance, though Tidbit now has forced himself to this upright position and seems to be trying to brace against the significant force. Echo and Renisser, another strength check, please.
Well,
4. There is this brief window of time where you see the lightning, after the second jolt pushing through, begins to waver and wane. Renisser and Echo, as you struggle to try and both forcibly rotate to keep the arcane generation going, you see the fizzling lightning source begin to dissipate away from both Tidbit and L's form, who begin to slip into this drifting listlessness, this separated state of disassociation, the process being interrupted as they all combine, potentially a secondary consideration and concern. L and Tidbit will need to make another death saving throw, please.
Failure and a failure.
Okay. Renisser and Echo, please make a strength check.
Renisser yells to L, not knowing if she can hear him or not. Come on, kid. And that's it. 16.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So with an understanding maybe as to the effects of a potential gap in effort or execution, Renaissar and Echo quickly begin pushing on the crank again. Hovarth currently in wait. That's good. That's good. Keep it up. And once the coils begin to charge yet again, you see this crack of lightning split down across the coils. The unconscious and unmoving form of L's consciousness still remaining unmoving. Tidbit and Illyrial Soul now struggling to stand upright as another bolt of lightning rips through their forms. Hero, help! Family! Please make a death saving throw for Illyrial and Tidbit.
The relief on your face.
Okay. 2 successes.
All knotted up. Echo and Renaissar, please make a strength check.
Before I roll this, hype train question.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say, yeah, we had an early hype train, so I'll give this one to you at advantage. Unfortunately, the advantage does not count towards death saves, but
16.
13.
Not using
Okay.
that advantage.
You only need to average more than a 10 to succeed on the check. So after the blast and discharge of lightning, you see Echo and Renaissar begin to crank up yet again. Hovarth racking back the switch once more, staring high in the sky at L's lightning coil directly above. You begin to see the lightning and the various points begin to arc off before he throws the switch yet again, and this shower of lightning now hitting both L and Tidbit's crumpled forms, barely fighting to stay standing. With 2 death save failures and a death save success, L, please make a death saving throw.
I succeed. Oh, God.
As you immediately focus on staying upright, remaining tough and steadfast, you see Illyrial stand up within the lightning coil, bracing. There is this tearing and ripping of her exterior, her clothes, portions of her flesh splitting open as the lightning rips across her body. The thus far unmoving and entirely unconscious Illyrial on the opposite side of the lab lets out a loud scream. You see this twitching and movement, this combination of construct form combined with some semblance, this first outreach of communication. And as you see L standing there, remaining tough and strong, the version of L directly across again goes limp as you see the arcane lightning cast down on Tidbit. L, please make a death saving throw for Tidbit as well.
Before I had lost consciousness or totally faded away, I would have wanted to reach out to Tidbit via the link and told him that I loved him you, Tidbit.
As your mind and consciousness and understanding is stretched across these various separations in space, there's no definitive source of who you are now. This ethereal connection that is sourceless and within a void of its own, you hear the words almost echoed back to you in your own mind before hearing, "Hero, help, family, 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 family. Tidbit loves L." And this lightning racks down across Tidbit's form.
I get an advantage too, right?
It cannot be used on death saving throws.
Okay. It was a fail.
And as the lightning from the coil strips down, you hear this robotic, undulating cry, the fading process of a data signal combined with a scream as it withers and wanes until you see the individual arcs of lightning smash into the shoulders that tear them away, the individual components of the arm in pieces crashing and breaking off as you see the lightning attaching to them, almost consuming them, as Tidbit's form is stripped away, leaving one of his legs, a portion of his arm that remains stuck to the ground, and the rest of it being stripped together, condensed and shredded at the same time. This wobbling mess of mechanical parts. One of the eyes remaining this blue focused luminant lens before you see both of them go out. The upper portion of Tidbit's form slowly hovering in air before you see it crush in on itself and disappear. The split skin and the destroyed form of L, currently struggling to maintain, is similarly consumed. The process itself, nearly angelic in comparison to Tidbit's departure, and L, this process provides you significantly less pain and discomfort than the previous moments. Like the individual tips of each lightning bolt slowly erasing L's form in this artistic montage. The lightning on both coils dissipates away and drops to a cold nothingness. Hovarth quickly rushes across the lab. Yes, okay. Okay. Goes to the switch, standing directly over L's construct form. Fingers crossed. Need you to generate as much power as you can. Right now.
Yeah.
Both of you, please make a strength check for me as well.
Well,
13.
You see a solid arc of lightning begin to form around the perimeter of this coil. Hovarth again looking up and watching. Almost. Almost. Yes! And immediately throttles forward, slamming down on the switch before you see this unmoving form blasted with electricity. The lab goes dark yet again. You can hear Hovarth's feet shuffle over towards the unconscious form of what hopes to be the combination of the two. Did it work? Illyrio? Did it work? As Renaissar and Echo begin moving over, you see the form that was placed on the lightning coil. Looks very different. There's an organic leg in place of a construct one that had previously taken place. Additional, more lifelike components and features existing. Illyrio. With the combination of both your mind and soul housed under one roof, you open your eyes to see Renaissar, Echo, and Hovarth standing over you. Did it work?
Yep. I think so.
You see a definitively new form. Elle, you are slightly off-put at the unusual nature of the differentiated parts. But I will have you take this opportunity to describe in more detail what the party is seeing.
My hair has the same cut, but it is now faded to white. I have a left arm that has flesh that bleeds straight into construct metal that goes all the way to my hand. A right leg that has flesh that goes into construct metal. And my tattoos have changed, bleeding across my skin still, but more wrapping, and it also goes across the metal. And I have one left eye that has black instead of white, and the pupil is as blue as Tidbit's eye.
Tidbit.
And I've got two pieces in my head that are metal peeking through my skin.
Elle, as you stand up, you have this flooding rush of memory and emotion, this almost overwhelming sense of a history that is not your own, as you recall being attacked in the streets of Kadesh and running around as a small girl underneath the tables of your family's tavern and Tidbit Mark 1, Tidbit Mark 2, and your mother helping work out the details behind the placement, positioning, and function of your tattoos, and then the subsequent correction from your father on how they should work and look. Getting used to some of your less organic parts and pieces, a little bit of a uncomfortable transition and switch. But you feel control of your form and your mind. The tattoos now more branding than the arcane glow that they once had. And like a stone being thrown down a well, this fading voice just lingering on the last aspect of your conception. Hey, hero. Hey, help. Fam.
Tidbit.
And then the voice goes silent.
Well, Elle just starts crying.
Is this a side effect? Are you alright, Illyrio?
Yeah. I just lost Tidbit.
Yes. I'm sorry. The form cannot... It is difficult for, it consumes a great deal of magic. The things are not built to sustain it. I'm sorry. I tried my very best.
Thank you for trying.
I met an Artemis. He might like to be a friend.
Yeah.
Artemis. Perhaps.
Did you say he was like dangerous or something?
He was nervous.
Before we catch up too much, just know that you've provided Tierra Nostra a fighting chance. You see Hovarth turn and close the hatch on the hibernation tube before closing it shut, quickly sealing her within before turning back to you. It will take time. And there is no guarantee.
There's a chance.
But she will live because of your toughness and bravery. I assure you, I will not rush through, and she will return.
Are you gonna like stay here?
As long as is necessary.
Didn't this place make her crazy?
Well, part of my efforts to correct. Trust me. I'll bring her from this place.
Okay.
I'll excuse myself for the time being. And you see Hovarth move back towards the door and goes towards closing it and stops himself. Gives you all one quick more look and turns and begins to head up the stairway. What would y'all like to do?
There's
Well,
no piece of Tidbit left.
There is a portion of a leg, portion of an arm. You have
Those are still there.
some of the counter extremities that you would see maybe not reflected in your updated form.
You guys hear the uncorking of a bottle, and Renaissance got these pop-out glasses that compact down into like a flat surface, so you can kind of like camping glasses. And he kind of thwaps those out and pours you some of whatever trash he has.
What color is in the bottle?
It's dark brown.
I pass. I'll pull out a bottle of something else and I'll uncork that I've got.
Oh, I know it's not Rose K, but
You know what? It's in the like yellow-green family instead of like, you know, the white to purple-red family. So yeah, I'll be a snob about it.
yeah, that's fair. Al, would you like some?
Give it to me.
Okay. I'll hand her the cup.
The disc cup.
Yeah.
All right. With Tidbit, Atlas, or Kavini, unfortunately unable to join you, and Marith's sudden and recent departure, unfortunate as it may be, is the three of you now standing alone in Hovarth's lab. Fold out cups filled with a variety of questionable liquids. But there is a stillness in the air that provides you at least this vague and passing sense of whatever might look like success in the moment. Sharing your congratulatory victory drinks, your commiserate salutes, and your beverages in memory of the fallen in some unusual combination therein, the air remains still. Is anybody doing anything else right away?
And for me being able to still remember everything. More than. Hey.
L's voice box malfunctioning slightly as the intake is a transitional adjustment.
Yeah, to not being the only one to remember the last timeline.
I don't know what that means, but I've got a drink in my hand and I'm going to drink it no matter what. Bam.
Another.
Yeah, you get some more brown.
Okay. So all of you go through the process, we'll say, of not getting entirely sloshed, but maybe there is some brief reprieve, letting yourself sit in the moment a little bit. Hovarth doesn't immediately return. There's no immediate sense of impending doom or death. But Renisser, the unusual tone of the moment is very briefly interrupted, but not in a jarring capacity, more in a very casual sense, in a way that almost feels surprising but somewhat familiar, as you feel this hand placed on your shoulder. How'd you do? And you look over to see this translucent spectral form, the cross-folded leather armor, the boldly and proudly displayed sword on the hip, shield temporarily attached to the back with a bit of a cloak you've always found to be a little overly elaborate, but still somehow always works well. A spectral Marith form standing next to you. Seems like everything went all right, yeah?
Yeah, it was a shit show, but you know, it was fun. Never been down here before.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Your friend's like a half construct now.
I know. That's pretty wild. I think we've been some places and haven't seen that for sure.
Yeah.
Don't
look at my cup. You wouldn't drink this.
Of course I wouldn't. When have we ever shared a drink out of the same bottle and both of us been satisfied?
Fair.
I have a problem drinking things nowadays anyway, in the sense that I can't entirely. Look, I got somewhere to be.
Yeah, don't make it a habit.
Yeah. You know, I gotta go, but wanted to say thanks and goodbye. So, I don't know. You hang out with these two long enough and you'll develop something in the way of a sentiment too, I think.
Yeah, they're fun.
There are a lot of things. When it's
is the purple one always snappy or no?
No, she's just particular. You just got to know how to
Okay.
talk to her. That's all.
Okay.
She's not going to tell you anything that isn't true. You just got to know which questions to ask.
Got it.
It's delicate and it's complicated. Try wine.
Wine.
Yeah.
You see Renaissar cork the brown for now and kind of fish around to see if he's got. You see him smell a wineskin and then kind of reach up under his jacket and pull out another like smaller wineskin to smell that one. Got it.
Yeah.
Swish it around a little bit.
I mean, she's partial to and reaches back. That's a problem. I have to figure out where that went. Some of the subtle red stuff that I used to. I know it's not your thing, but
It could be
anyway.
my thing.
Yeah, well, let's not make a big thing of it, you know. Just thank you for looking out for these two, and when it's least convenient, make sure you tell them I say hi.
Yeah. I will. You should say hi yourself. They won't share the same connection, but you'll figure something out.
What do I say? Like, they're, you know. And looks over and kind of gestures to Elle and Echo, who are sort of silently staring at the contents of their cups and providing these little solid acknowledgments back and forth until both of you kind of eventually catch onto the notion that Renaissar is sort of sitting here talking to himself in a unusually comforting kind of way.
I'll untie the little, like, I don't know, the small, like, well, I don't know fucking liquids, some sort of small ounce, like a vial, like a 6 to like a 8 ounce
vial
can of shit. I will kind of untie it and hand it over to you, Echo. Friend thinks you might like this more.
You know, Meredith used to talk to someone who wasn't there, and then turns out they kind of were there.
Yeah, that sounds like Meredith's thing.
And I'm gonna look at the little vial,
It's red.
Say hi.
and I'm gonna, but like to behind Renaissar, not to Renaissar. And I'm gonna,
Sort of standing right next to you, Meredith's spectral form kind of leans in. Can they see me?
No.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Glad you're here.
Help me. Yeah. This is.
Hey,
Would
you've got somewhere to be.
Translate, but do the smooth thing that you do, where you kind of like iron stuff out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Moves up and stands in front of Elle's spectral form that's still sort of staring off and behind you in this total disconnect.
I'll kind of turn Elle's shoulders so she's facing.
Hey, kid.
Hey, kid. I'll do it in your way and my way.
You're doing great thus far. I'm doing good too.
Obviously.
I think. All right. I'm sorry to have murdered someone you were holding on to. That was a bad example to set.
He wishes he could be here.
I'm just gonna trust you on this, Renisser. I'm sorry I told you that you're on your own. You don't need anybody. That's not true.
The person that you were then and the person that you are now doesn't define who you will ultimately become.
You've got fancier words than I remember even.
Shut up.
Oops, sorry. Trying to make this clean. I'm sorry I died on you. I'm sorry I let you down.
He wants you to keep on keeping on. And he is sorry he isn't here to share these moments with you.
And
I miss you too.
For Echo, you see his spectral form kind of turn and begin moving in front of her.
Oh, I'll look at Al. That's kind of it. He, it's Echo.
If you,
Hi.
I have a
Okay.
thing for both
Before-
that I want to.
Yeah. Go ahead, Al. He hasn't started yet.
Okay, I just, Marith, I'm sorry that we weren't able to help you be alive and let you down in the dying thing.
It's not
and
a
I'll
big
never
deal. I'm
forget
mostly
you.
dead anyway, for the most part.
And, thank you for being my friend. And if you needed us to take care of anything like unfinished business, just let us know what it is. I'll make sure to get it done.
Oh. Yeah. I'm also her friend, and I was mostly dead anyway, so no big deal. And there's a lot of gold in an abandoned house in Kellickmore.
I will. We can take a trip sometime, and I'll show you where Marith and his family grew up.
I like that a lot.
Oh, remind me later. Just
Rennie, you're
remind
gonna
me
tell him I
later.
told him about the gold.
We're gonna talk. Okay.
Yeah, Marith also mentioned gold.
Ooh.
It's a part of the trip.
Okay. Cool. Does he like? Is that gold gonna? Or is it for his family?
Echo.
I'm sure he trusts you to.
Okay.
I
Echo.
liked when you played music, and you said things that made me think of stuff. I found a lot of value in that.
The constant barrage of evocative language tugged on the heartstrings of many, and also you played music good.
Yeah, that was great, Rennie. Okay. keep lying to the right people. Maybe that's just it. And thank you for showing me what it means to have a friend.
I'm not gonna take that as disrespect. Continue.
It's different. Just do the stuff in the thing.
Continue being the person that you are on the inside, and hopefully you can show other people that same echo. But also don't change your ways, because you're great and we're a great friend. Also, you lie good.
I don't know if this is working the way that I wanted it to, Renisser. I feel like I'm trying to say things and I don't know how to say them the way that they're gonna understand, and you understand things that I don't completely with them. And just tell them this. Just tell them I'll miss them, and that I love them, and that I'll always be there for them. Yeah. Just.
He misses you both. He loves you both very much. And he'll always be with you.
Thank you.
Don't tell him that that's not really how it works. I can't always be around. That's ridiculous.
You channeled Meredith so much. Like, I felt like he was here.
We spent so much time together. You know how often he rubs off on you, and
Hey, Renisser.
Look, the only time one of us rubbed off
really
on the
a
other
good
was when
liar.
we were in the mountains, and that was an entirely good accident. Look,
That was a good accident.
Oh, they can't hear me. Just tell him I'm sorry.
He's sorry.
And Renisser, I'm sorry. Also, you were always a good friend, one of the only ones I've ever had.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what do you know?
Oh, he's gushing over me right now. You can't hear it. He's doing an extremely great job. Something he couldn't find the time to do previously.
Well, he was just mopey before. He didn't know how to do it.
So mopey.
Come on, Renisser.
Hey, I get to fuck with you. You don't.
I didn't do this to you, you know.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I would do that to you.
I know, but come
our
on.
roles changed, I would be obnoxious to you. And I'll turn to the girls. You be aware.
Same. Both ways.
If I took his place and I was a spectral figure always behind his back, I would just constantly be annoying.
Yeah,
We know.
that happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a thing.
those are
Yeah,
just
let
my
them
vibes.
Timeline we talk
Mess your
about all
whole
the time.
world up.
Oh.
Okay? That's something for you down the road. I'm gonna let you sit on that one. Okay? Friend? God damn, can't even go places to do nothing, can't. And here I am, just spectering it up and just coming to say, hey, what's up with a friend? I miss you. It's been good. And his form begins to turn and walk towards the door and begins fading into the wall for a brief moment before you see it stop almost all the way out before he kind of leans back. Still love you, though.
I love you too. It's good to see you.
I got a new job, so I'll be busy for a little bit, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna put like some of that sneeze powder that we found that one time. I'm gonna put that in your soap. And then what, Renisser? Then what? Ha! And turns and begins to walk back in through the wall.
I'll start walking back towards the girl. Joke's on him. I don't use a whole lot of soap anymore. I found a powder. Takes a drink.
Oh, he dope.
That was the weirdest non sequitur I've heard in a very long time.
But it feels like it makes sense at the same time.
So what are you guys gonna do now?
Do you mean like right now or in life?
No, I mean, like, yeah, in life. You got other stuff, like, you gonna, I mean, you guys are both, I mean, well, I mean, you're married to a friend of mine we're gonna start a business. Did he talk to you about the business? Have I talked to you about the business at all? Your husband and I are gonna start?
You guys mentioned it very shortly, but I haven't even had his tea yet.
That you're a whole different person now. I'm sorry to be bothering you with this spiel.
No, I mean,
How do you
there
feel?
are no memories in this at all of tea from Atlas. I have not tasted his tea in either form. And I feel weird. This hand, like, normal, right? This hand, I can, like, feel, but it's like I got a gauntlet on. You know what I mean? Like,
Ow. Go like this in that hand. Like, is there something? Like, do you feel like a thing in your hand?
I gotta be honest, I can't squish into this. This is all metal. And, like, I can feel the different metal bits. And, like,
That's weird.
but, like, it's metal. So I can't, like,
What kind of metal is
we're
it?
like, clink.
Is it like metal that gets hot as shit in the sun?
Oh, that's gonna be very awkward.
Well,
Well,
we can.
I'm sure there's a fix for that. Because Tippet didn't, like, roast in the sun.
After you have been down here for a little while, you eventually hear this clanking and heavier footsteps begin to work their way down the stairs yet again as you see Hovarth now shoulder leaning into the interior door, leaving it open behind him as he comes in with 2 handfuls of toolboxes, essentially. Oh. Still here. Okay. Throws the toolboxes on the table. All right. Oh, thank you. Walks over to Renisser and more or less grabs the cup from your hand. What are we toasting to?
Dead friends, new lives, keeping our memories of alternative timelines.
Oh dear.
Past, present, and future.
Hey!
Aha! Yes, of course. The cycle of time. To all of you.
Those who-
Dear boy,
Shape-
where is your cup?
and will continue to, and those whose loss help
Ah!
shape us as well.
Yes, dollar bill. All right. Well, to
Is that your cup
Time.
you toss platinum in the air with? Like you're catching money problems?
That's right.
Okay.
seems like an oddly misshapen cup one might put tea in or something to that effect.
Maybe.
But,
It's a one of a kind.
I'll downs it all in one quick swig before
Ooh.
putting it back.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a journey. All right. Well, congratulations, and turns to begin moving back towards the center console area and isolating out different parts, components, and tools. Works his way around. Oh, ow! From the opposite side of the table, kind of reaches in. Slowly makes his way around the bottom edge of the tube and comes back holding this humanoid leg. Do you want this? Huh. And it seems to be Elle's leg with the pant kind of already attached and incorporated into the skin to some extent. Her typical wear represented in this construct attachment that has at least a portion of organic appearance to it. Did you need this? I was working towards resolution, but if this is your current state, maybe down the road you would make use of it, or no.
Is it an organic leg? What am I looking? This is... You just came around with my leg. What am I supposed...
Well, it's mine, actually. I'm giving it to you. However, yes and no. So,
I mean, if you want to give me that leg, I'll take it.
It is yours, sure. And folds it at the knee and sort of drapes it over your neck. Ah, well, I think we're all settled here then. I'm going
Skadi
to...
is going through some things right now.
No, Skiddy's not even vomiting. This is just straight up Echo. Echo vomited.
I'm going to go ahead and get started. Ooh, don't linger too long. The extended exposure can cause secondary side effects.
Exposure, you say?
That's correct. The City of Stars.
Exposure to what? I just saw like electricity, lightning.
Magic
Assuming
harnessed
Venom
from the
Magi?
very stone around us. Yes, this city was
Cool.
home to an ancient
Cool.
race of dwarves that
I'm out.
yes, they happened upon the Venom Magi stone inadvertently.
Perfect. Drink, yours, drink. Collapse all the cups. Put them in the little bag.
Oh.
It's relatively minimal risk here as long as you're not.
A question about the
Yep.
combination process. There was a Venom Magi stone in Tidbit.
Yes.
Was that used up in the spell, or is it in here somewhere?
This city smells like farts, man. God damn.
L. Yes, I suppose there's much that you are not aware of. You are part of the few. You are an awakened. The Venom
I
Magi
mean, that makes sense.
impacting you in such a way as to bring out your best. I am unaffected. A small percentage of people remain unaffected. Many others, far more, become sick. But you are an exception. 1 in 1,000.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yes. They said for a time the Fiat s2ep57 too wasn't awakened, but well, a dispatched band of miscreants certainly proved that wrong, am I right? Anyway.
Only in this timeline.
Okay. Moving on. I'll go through the process of seeing what I can do about Tierra Nostra.
I'm
Again,
gonna
it
take her
will take time.
journal. If that's...
Um,
I'm gonna keep it
yes,
in my...
yes, that is probably fine. I would simply ask that you avail yourself to make sure that it can be returned once I've restored her to health.
Yes. I'll bring it back. I just want to get my friends out of here since we don't know what the reaction is there.
Well,
Before, have you met Manwarev?
Manwarev,
Yeah.
how is it you know of Manwarev?
The story of the City of Stars. And Manwarev, the construct with the soul.
Your shard was keeping you alive. You have not been to the stone yet. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Manorev is here. Somewhere. If you fancy a trip and a recharge, you can visit him. For the benefit of your friends, perhaps another time, but do come back and visit.
I'll take the journal and I'll read it and I'll come back. And
As you
then
wish.
we can do 2 birds, 1 stone.
Perfect. Oh, this will be an exciting visit.
What's the stone?
Ah, you have no idea what you are capable of, Illyriel. No idea. Oh, this is fun.
I like look down at my metal hand, like, yeah, I know.
Hovarth turns and begins to move towards the table, begins arranging tools and continuing to outline the work that he set forth in front of him, leaving the 3 of you and your small coalesced collection there just off to the side of where Tyr and Astra is now hibernating in this small pod. What would y'all like to do?
We should probably get out of here, right?
Yep. I'll get Tyr notebook. And then I'm going to grab the teleportation helm and the box and take this leg that I forgot was around my neck, put it in the box. That's just where that's going. I'm gonna put all of the stuff that Tidbet was holding into the box and get all my stuff back on. Oh, and pick up my ring. And then I'm gonna go to Tidbit's remains. And I'm gonna carefully put them in the box as well.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything you are doing before departing from Hovarth's lab?
I'm gonna look at Rhinosaur. Is Marith coming with us, or is he still down there?
Oh, no, he's gone, but he's always with somebody.
Oh, like in their hearts, like in that
tracks.
suite.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, I do appreciate you trying to translate his messages.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty close to a 1-to-1 what he was saying.
I think
I mean,
I have some
you know,
questions for him. I think more importantly, Elle might have some more questions for him, but we can handle, that at another time. And I'm gonna just like rub the necklace that is wrapped around my wrist.
So
Right now, I want to get away
the
from
owl.
the stone because I don't. Let's go.
And I'll think of the owl and realize that I don't have it anymore.
with
I have to make a new one.
Illyriel's new form donning the collected items, including the helm of teleportation. In a much more scattered and erratic sort of way, you see the runic periphery begin to form around all of you. The blue arcane energy beginning to stack layer by layer on a circle. And compared to the way that you were brought with Sproigans' movement previously, providing a little bit of an arcane refinement to the process, Elle has taken a slight downgrade from her previous Magi ownership of this magic, but it still seems to be coalescing just the same. The surrounding magic immediately overwhelming all of your forms as this column of blue light begins to assemble around you. And the teleporting spell whisking you away. that is where we will take our break.
First break.
First break. First and only break. To everyone hanging and banging with us, hopefully everybody is very much still with us. Pretty brutes opening up there, but thank you all so much for being here. I want to make sure that we get caught up real quick. We had some plot armor provided, and then it's them chem, not once, but twice. Do it again. 500 bits on multiple occasions there from It's Them Chem. Talented, wonderful, amazing human being, but also talented, wonderful, skilled artist that happens to be a human being, and then also just a wonderful being in a general sense. Please go follow It's Them Chem on the twits, because lots of cool, fun, interesting stuff. The break screen that we're about to go to actually showcases some wonderful and fun, interesting talents from Chem. So do go follow them if you are able to.
Artists.
Many other artists. I'm going through my catch-ups here just to make sure everybody gets called out. And the moment I have to imagine Cage has probably been waiting for some time. The gift sub to Bandicoot.
Oh, I don't care. I know,
and then a separate gift sub to Splish and Splash.
You know what? I'm gonna go follow them.
Welcome, Bandicoot and Splish and Splash. Put your Splish in the chat. All right, we are. don't do that. Dejamatized. Damn. We went a whole half without being dejamatized. Brutes.
No.
Okay.
No, we probably didn't. We just.
I don't know. Jamie will let me know later. I'm not too worried about it. She'll keep a tally for how broke we should be. We're gonna take a very quick break. We're gonna be back to wrap up, and next week we'll be moving to our sunset episode. So do make sure you take some time to bow, grab some water, get your nibbles on, whatever you got to do. We are going to see you in just a moment. Don't do it, Jones. Shut up. Don't look at me. Nobody look at me. And welcome, Splash. Thank you all. Did I get him? Yeah, you got him. Okay. Get your splish. Thank you all for coming back with us, for being here with us, for joining us on the last leg, the tail end, the hindquarters of our journey as the party resolves some of the last personal matters yet lingering on the fringes of their collected experience thus far.
But how thick are those hindquarters? Are they like humpadump thick with 60?
They're as thick as like a leg. They have like a full leg's worth of thickness, like a draping leg, directly of thickness. Also, getting back into it right away, Ms. Minikins with 5 gift subs, and I don't. It's certainly not selective, and I don't even know if he's out here lingering on the outside of the ropes, but. Because I think I missed it before, Warrior with 500 bits also. I wanted to make sure I circled back and caught that, because Cam came right after the plot armors, and I was all confused because we had the Bandicoot Splish and Splash that immediately followed, and you all know how that works out. So,
You can see how that works out.
Thank you to the Warrior, and then Miss Minikins with the 5 gift subs. So, picking up where we left off, the party ultimately sought out a lost and hidden fabled city, rejoining Elle's mind and soul into one form, that form now a drastic transition away from the form that the party once knew. The circumstances of their current situation, not particularly dangerous or concerning, though in deciding how they intend to move forward with the final loose thread now seemingly stitched up, and those stitches combining a unique amalgamation of construct and organic parts, the party ultimately opting to teleport away from Hovarth's lab tucked and hidden deep within the City of Stars to carry on the final check mark of their collective journey. L, as the pilot of this particular teleportation helm, where are you looking to relocate the party?
Well, because I remember stories of my dad just popping into a castle, and I know what it was like when we left the castle. I don't think that's where we should go. And since I have no idea what is really going on over there, I'll do the Tide Horde. Because that building's probably still there, right?
The shop of
I hope so.
the
I hope you don't teleport into a wall.
the more uptight carbon copies of Renaissance, a small utility shop that seemed to function much like the comparable fronts that all of the Renaissance operated in or had in their various states of subterfuge. So as the arcane energy eventually coalesces over your collected forms, you find yourselves quickly transported across great distances, arriving on a hardwood floor. The luminant blue light dissipating away from your surroundings, and a large collection of jewelry in a variety of cases, stands, and displays surrounding your form. As this unusual, scraggly-haired, largely androgynous figure begins moving towards you. Huh? Oh my. Huh. That's one way to enter in. We have a front door. What, are you here to rob me?
No.
No.
At this time,
If we were here to rob
Right.
you, we would not make such an obvious entrance.
I thought you didn't want to be seen coming in. Okay. What can I help you with? We have the finest jewelries here. Welcome to the Dangly Bits. What can I help you with?
What's your name?
Pally. It's with 2 H's.
Allie?
Yep. The second H is at the very end, though.
actually, for a figure like mine, do you think I should prefer front dangly bits or back dangly bits?
Everybody could benefit from Dangly Bits. The adornments and the accoutrement, the accessories around one's form speak to their passions. What are you passionate about? Good, sir?
At the moment or all time?
Both.
At the moment, tea, but that'll probably fade. I get into hobbies and then I get out of hobbies. But stick hoop. Do you remember the old game we used to play as a kid, stick hoop?
I don't remember you at all. I don't think we've played together yet. If you
No,
like.
just a collective. Do you have stick hoop dangly bits? What about dice?
Do you need to play a game of chance, or are you looking for a stake in a game of chance?
No, I like gambling. So do you have any like gambling dangly bits for my front or my back?
Well, none that would dangle so much as bits ought to, but if you're looking for bits that you can simply cast about one way or the other, I'm afraid I cannot help you. If you're looking for bits that dangle, I am your...
Am I a dangler?
How dare you?
I'm
Look,
sorry.
I'll have you measure a certain amount of cord in my shop. This is the dangly bits.
I apologize.
As it so happens, I do have some dice. And the individual quickly moves back behind the counter. Now, these are not officially on the books, per se. These are a personal item of some great import. Oh! Have a look-see. And you see this small tin opened up. Now there's like this small scattering of like little tiny bird bones and these beigeish six-sided dice with hand-carved pips in them. Made it myself.
Where does this particular item dangle from?
Well, from the hand at first, and then you cast it wherever one might dangle such bits.
What's the length of the dangle?
Well, collected in their entirety as far as you can throw it, obviously.
How much?
Again, an item of some great and personal import. Part ways with this handcrafted item for 1 gold and 5 silver. Handcrafted. Bones for free as extras.
Oh, because right. I don't want to cause any currency problems. How about I just give you 2 gold, and you accept it as a gift for providing exquisite dangly bits?
Well, in that case, my bone and my dangly bits are yours.
Okay, I accept your bone and bits.
I will gladly accept payment for such gifts.
Pow.
Ah, yes. I do not mean to make it secret. This is not an illegal transaction. I'm simply not accustomed to selling off such personal items. In any case, is there any other curiosities you are all looking to gather or collect? I have items perhaps of a more commercial value. Something in the vein of a ruby necklace or a set of sapphire earrings or something more in the azure family, no?
I mean, you just named some pretty expensive gems.
Well, yes, they're not made of bones, so, you see. Bones are very common. Every creature seems to have them.
No, there's spells where you can remove those.
I don't think so.
I'm not familiar with such magics, but
very powerful.
Must
Powerful magics.
Yes. So, what is it that I can help you with then?
Well, I was looking for as long as we're in a jewelry shop, quick. Do you have any like charms, maybe like little heart-shaped charms made with like cobalt? By chance?
How dare you?
How dare I?
Right this way. And begins to move towards the back of the shop and opens this angled case towards the back left-hand side. I have a number of specialized stones that are perhaps not cut to be as glamorous or reflective, but function well as magical conduits or simpler adornments for more formal affairs.
I'm just thinking sentiment.
Yes, one could think about them often if one was so inclined. So, exactly. I could tell you have a discerning eye. So, sure, yes. We have a pair of brilliant blues. No more than 15 gold for either. If you are interested. Clearly a connoisseur of fine bits. What do you think of these bits?
You know what? I really am a connoisseur of the finest of bits.
That's right.
And I don't feel like haggling right now or, robbing you like you were concerned. So I'll just pay.
Of course. I feel like that's threatening.
No. If I was threatening, you would know.
How very dare.
No, that was kind of a threat.
So 15 gold then?
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Sets one bag down and hands you this hexagonal sort of cutout stone that has a small metallic backing to it. Probably some kind of cheaper silver, some sort of unrefined material. Is there anything else for the collection of you?
Do you have any bits where you can like marry the bits, or bits that you use for marry?
How dare you? Yes, we have a series of wedding rings. If you're looking for something ceremonial, we have a variety of individual pieces that may stand out to you. Multiple insets, things that interlock of that nature. If you're looking to match bits, put your bits with somebody else's bits, if that's what
Are they all? Are any of them enchanted in any way?
Well, I have a very, very limited selection of enchanted items, though the price range for those is considerably elevated.
Well, I'd like to see what they are first.
Turns and works all the way across the opposite side of the shop. Very delicately lifts open the case on the opposite side, but finishes opening it with a bit of a flourish. This one. And let's see here. This one. Comes over holding two specific rings, and they seem to be looking them over very closely. Ah, yes. There is this one. They hand it to you, and it's largely a perfectly black band. It appears metallic, but is extremely dark in color. The other one, a series of almost octagonal cuts provide a certain solid structure to the exterior. Largely silver in color with a blue band that runs around the middle of it. Here, try. Put them both on. And twists on both of them to separate them in half, pulling a separate ring off of each one of them. Now, this one slides on the metallic band with the blue ring. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Haha. Bonding and connecting. A true way to forge a happy union. Good communication. And as such, your representative symbol will afford you a extended range of doing so. This one. Think about the last place that you were and the last thing that you did.
Instantly, all I see is Hovarth's lab and the pain of turning into me and losing Tidbit, and all of that flashes through, and it's like, well, that's what you get.
And as you do, you see the black ring begin to take on this extremely deep red, almost maroonish tone. Oh, good word.
It's been a rough day.
I'm sorry. Well, on better days or bad ones, you'll know the mood and temperament of your partner, something to represent a connected understanding. Communication is nothing with not a certain element of insight into the subject of your engagement. You see, it works on two levels. Engagement, you see, engaging with your partner through communication, and also it is a ring for the ceremony of engagement. That is what makes it funny.
And how much are they?
The emotional connection devices will run you a total of 75 gold.
Each? Oh, sorry, continue.
No, for the set, the pair of them. The communication, vital as it is to any successful marriage, slightly more expensive, as is reflective of its import in such a happy union. 200 gold for the set. But what is the cost of a happy marriage? Could you even quantify such a thing?
No.
The price is 200 gold, actually.
Renaissance speaks up, and if you turn to look at him, he's got his armor kind of pulled up, and the dangly bits that he bought is now wrapped around his waist.
Where
this
is
might
your
be-
bone well?
Thank you. And he kind of shifts a little, let some clack.
Goodness.
Maybe it's just me, but it feels like one of the last times I'm gonna get to like buy something for myself.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe you should do the same, Al. You know, treat yourself.
I was
Yes.
just trying to debate on if I wanted Echo. I gave you all my money.
Oh,
Oh, sure.
I'll hand her all of her money back. And
Thank
as
you.
I hand it, I will take a look at the ring that I am wearing to see if, it's scary looking like his was a moment ago. Or does my ring do moods that I didn't know that it did that?
Does not appear to be similarly enchanted, no.
Just the communication part. Copy. Okay.
How about this? I will buy both of them
Oh, goodness.
for 230.
Oh, heavens. That is quite the steep discount. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, please, Elle.
Did I ever get to use an advantage from the... If I can't, that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, you didn't because you were gonna use it on a death save.
Yeah, if that's all you rolled is death saves.
I killed somebody I love, that's fine.
So what'd you get?
17. I do have another question. Oh, never mind. Continue. That's a performance check bonus, not a persuasion. Continue.
17. Well,
Performance. 230 gold? Bitch.
I suppose in honor of excessive gift for newly betrothed couple, congrats to you both. Since your partner seems to be in the mood to purchase for themselves, and has since talked you into a more
Oh, it's not me.
loose-going purse. Oh, whomever, really. Makes no never mind to me, I suppose. Fine. 230 gold.
And I'll give him 2 of the jades and 3 platinum.
Where did you steal this?
How very dare.
Who are you?
Illyrial Siofra, but you can call me Al.
Lyrial Siofra. Continues to try and break the jade coin. Goodness gracious. You do not see these very often.
Nope.
Well,
Thank you very much.
yes, of course. Slides the rings back across to both fingers where you see them coalesce joining with one another. Enjoy your dangly bits.
Thank you.
Hey, Pally, have you ever thought about serving tea? Yeah, it's what I said, Pally. Oh, Pally, sorry.
Yes. I'm
Have you
afraid that we
ever-
only deal with high-end dangly bits here. We don't necessarily have floor space for anything in the organic variety.
No. We can, if I can send some samples to you, you can maybe, when guests walk in, you can provide them free tea, boost the atmosphere a little bit. We can even make you your own tea brand. We can call it the Stones and Bones, or whatever else you'd like.
Bones. The dangly bits. The bones dangly bits. Dangly
People
bit
walk in
bones.
and they're aroused by the aroma, the fresh aroma of the Stones and Bones tea line.
Yes. Come into the dangly bits and catch a bone.
Catch a whiff.
Catch a whiff of the bone, yes.
Mm-hmm. Let this whiff splish you.
There's
Yes,
something
split.
there. I'm open to it, perhaps.
I'll send you a care package.
Oh, goodness. Oh dear. Well, if there's nothing else, I wish you the best on your travels forward. Congrats on your engagement. Congrats on having such ornate bits now.
Thank you.
It is wonderful to have had you strangely and uniquely visited.
Echo, did you get a charm?
Yep, she picked up a charm as well.
Okay.
Real quick, let's get caught up because following KJ's gift subs to Bandicoot and Splish and Splash, Mindy also gave out the 5-bomb, but then KJ was like, you know what I gotta do? I gotta make sure I'm slowly catching up. Okay, it's a tortoise and the hare situation. So KJ with the gift sub to Dangly Bits. And then Flacco Bama in the house with 100 bits. Nat 30s, welcome to the Action Junkies. And then KJ gonna go ahead and throw a little gift sub out there too to Catch a Whiff. Thank you for the
Jesus.
Bandicoot
Perfect.
Catch a Whiff. Thank you for the gift subs, KJ, and then also Fluid getting in on the action. Okay, you surreptitious little minx, you to Stones and Bones. Gift subs all around. Get splished and whiffed. All right. With the rest of you seemingly concluding your business in the dangly bits. Your dangly bits business, as it were. What would the rest of you like to do here?
Before we leave, is there any, like, evidence of previous Renaissance being here? Like,
This
anything
appears
that
to
seems
now
familiar?
be a jewelry shop. There's none of the same tables or overcrowded shelving or variety baskets that Renaissance seemed to have previously lined his shop with. As it stands, this is a new proprietary business that has otherwise sprung up in the absence of a Renaissance opening the Tide Hoard here.
the hoarder in me wants to, like, check all his stuff to see if there's something, like, really cool in here. But Elle wants to leave.
Hallie.
Pally, yes.
Just real quick, you can watch to know I'm not gonna take anything. But I just wanted to can I just go to the back room area really quick? I just want to see something.
How dare?
How very dare I ask such a thing?
No.
Really think, please, I'll let you hold on to my money and what I just bought from you, my charm. You can hold my comma as collateral until I get back, or you can.
You're handing me
watch
weapons
me.
and money. This is beginning to feel highly illegal all of a sudden now.
No, I just want to check.
We just had an innocent exchange of bits for coin, and now this is feeling so surreptitious.
Yeah, but it's not.
What interest have you in my back room?
I just want to see if there's something still there.
If you're going to go into my back, you need to make sure you not touch any of my bits while you do so.
I'll touch none of your bits without your permission.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to tell you. She's kind of famous. She's working on a role now to bring to the stage of.
I knew you were holding out on me. No one walks around with jade coin, not in this city. Except for royalty,
shopkeeper. It would be a learning experience for all parties to help bring the role of a shopkeeper to life. Because what you've normally seen on stage and play, and
it's never accurate.
Of the mind. Exactly.
It's so misrepresented. They don't understand the daily grind, the ins and outs, okay? A fair portion of my job is simply keeping books. How do you glamorize that? You can't. It never hits the stage.
Yeah.
Echo, make a persuasion check at advantage with Brenniser's help here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's also a hype train, so you'll have advantage regardless,
nice.
But...
Okay, it's like a so-so roll, but hang on a second.
It's like a 24.
I mean, it's a 26 after.
Oh, so 26.
The roll itself on the die was so-so.
I will not have such besmirchment ever touch the stage again. Come with me right away, please. Immediately moves towards the back before quickly popping back out behind a curtain. You two, are you actors as well?
I was trying to keep it secret, but I'm her patron.
I'm just the muscle.
And the ideas, man. You wanted to help her grow, and I wanted to help support her.
We have work to do! Closes the curtain and immediately turns around, but seems to be escorting you through the back of the shop. Echo, what are you looking to put together?
There's a trap door on the floor back here.
Make an investigation check.
At advantage?
It is an advantage, yes.
I don't see any trapdoors. Legit, 2 nat ones.
Oh, God.
I was gonna say, like, what about your
The
like
worst
inspiration
odds.
stuff that you can do?
So, as you step in back,
I hope you triple
you
it.
have you're no failing upwards. You have a specific vision in your mind of what you're looking to go in and explore. And while there is a variety of compartmentalized collections of unique precious gems, additional materials, you are so distracted by this brilliant statue. It is actually a full stand upright, probably measuring almost 4 or so feet tall, with half of its height being comprised entirely of this ruby of an eagle, carved and cut from what almost looks like a singular stone, standing on top of this brilliant diamond-esque base.
Yeah, Ghostface
Is
Killer.
it actually
better
an
not
eagle
find
or
out.
is it a chicken? Because I'm having flashbacks to when I caught a chicken out back.
It appears eagle-like for sure.
Okay. Okay. This is
But
fucking amazing. How?
well, yes,
Hallie.
this is every single shop in every single city will have something that is far too valuable to just have out in front of people. You must keep this in mind. A foundational character piece, perhaps, for proper representation of the trade, of course, you see. But this piece alone, nearly 40,000 gold pieces.
Oh, I must have
The
it.
base comprising more than half of that, I must say. Simple as it might be. Now, if you wish to have it adorn your manor or a vacation house or something to that effect, I could, in theory, part ways with it for a meager 36,000, but I'm afraid I can go no lower than that.
Jesus, kill him, put the eagle in the box!
So like what about because I'm a celebrity, remember? I'm an actor.
I've reduced 4,000 gold from the price.
Yes, you took 10% off, and I appreciate that. But what about if I just tell everyone where I got it from? I have a giant platform to speak from.
Oh no, not Echo paying with exposure.
Yeah. Influencer prices.
Oh no.
I mean,
I need this chicken.
Tis an eagle.
Tis an eagle. Oh no. Tis an eagle. Oh shit. I don't know why that's so good.
My worst break of the entire season had to come in the back of some obscure nothing shop for no reason whatsoever.
Because it's tis an eagle.
God, tis an eagle. It's nothing. I don't know why it's so good.
Echo, make a persuasion check.
Happily,
Oh
but
my
not with either of these dice.
I even got sleep last night.
I'm gonna use my auto crit, my final auto crit from Charity.
I suppose it has some foundational chicken-like qualities.
It's a chicken. Its name, Macaulay Cluckin. Do you not see the majesty that is Macaulay Cluckin in this sculpture?
But it is an eagle.
Tis a chicken.
Very well. 25% off. It is the absolute best I can do, with the understanding that, of course, you are directing as many during your various dinner parties and entertainment events towards my dangling bits.
Obviously. I'm not carrying that much on me right now, but how's that? We'll do a payment plan, and I can't take it right now until I've paid for more of it. I need this chicken.
Oh, Echo just created layaway. It's canon.
Well, that is a great sum to carry around with you, I suppose, and with your well-known presence, I suppose you certainly cannot afford to engage in any kind of subterfuge.
No, never subterfuge. I don't even know what that means.
You can learn it for your role to come to glorify the dangly bits.
And the chicken.
If you, tis with the cost being what it is, if you could put 10% down, I would see you leave this place with it, presuming, of course, you return to make regular installed payments.
I mean, yeah, I'll make regular returns. My friend lives over in the Citadel, so yeah.
Oh, who's your friend?
Marcus?
Marcus?
Yeah.
Marcus Arundel?
Yeah.
Prince Arundel is your acquaintance?
Well, I mean, I just call him Marcus, but yeah.
Goodness. Make another persuasion check for me.
Gotta get all these rolls out. You gotta do all that bard shit.
23.
Well, a friend of the prince.
Trying to buy a chicken.
Well, who am I to argue with companions of royalty? This chicken, say you put 1,000 down now, and maybe you just bring the prince by to examine the niceties of its cut. And you just work off the rest gradually as you're able.
Well, I mean, okay. I don't really have 1,000 on me right now either.
Oh, well, if you have to collect it from your companions or something to that effect, then that is fine.
I just don't carry that when I'm out and about in case I get, like... I don't want to lose all my money, you know? Like, my friends have been pickpocketed before, so, like, I'd have to...
Oh, yes, I see. Yes, there is a torrid element that's come through here, such proximity to Curan'Sol, but we have seen it reduced, but it is still wise to be cautious, of course. Well, I will leave your chicken here for well, come and collect it whenever you're ready then, and I will leave this.
Just put a sold sticker on it and I'll be back with the money. How does that sound?
I don't really have stickers, but yes, I will mark it down mentally as being not immediately for sale.
Okay, I'll pat the chicken on the beak and use prestidigitation to put a sold sticker on it, like stamp it as sold, and I'll be like,
goodness,
it's marked. We'll be back.
Yes. Sort of just watches
Marked
you
it as
walk by before coming back out, not even moving all the way past the curtain. Good luck. Make sure that you take good care of her. She has an important mission in front of her.
Oh, will do. Hey, I just want to let you know somebody came in, but I told them that you were closed for right now. You're handling some business. I told them to come back in like 12 or 14 minutes.
Wanted to get a croissant anyways, so it's okay.
Yeah, they were going to go to the Merg's Bakery.
Sounds good.
Oh, yes. Well, I suppose, given the celebration of a contract exchange, perhaps I could take a small visit there myself and drown some of my bits in chocolate. Is there anything else I can do for you while you are here? Do give my best to the prince. Make sure that you tell him Pally says hello, and I'll be happy to see you return to collect your chicken.
Chicken.
Correct, yes.
Yes, we'll let Marcus and Skiddy know you say hi.
And Skiddy as well. All right. Yes. Oh, I'm fine with this.
Hey, Al, I don't think this is the same as place as it used to be. I didn't see anything but a really big jeweled chicken back there.
What did this place used to be?
Nothing.
Your shop. So like...
There's no way.
Well, maybe anything that you were looking for was under the chicken.
Well, I guess I'll find that out when I come back for my chicken. I bought it.
Yeah. I can dig it. While we were waiting, was there anything that was made out of Venomagi here? I assumed not, but it's what I'd be thinking about right now. All right, well, thank you, Pally.
Yes, thank you.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you. And,
yes, if you need more opportunity to research or conduct any form of training, I'm here at your very stead.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course. Yes. Well, do enjoy your time here.
You keep your own books, right? You don't, like, hire an accountant?
No, I haven't been in position to afford additional staff. Up until business is concluded, of course. Perhaps maybe I will consider such an expansion. Maybe I should
Expansion,
put
or
up an
did
ad
you?
now.
How good are you at keeping your books? Like, are you looking maybe? Are you really?
Oh, I have
good?
them all where they belong, and they've never left me.
Are you really good at keeping your books?
I have everyone I've ever purchased.
We'll talk later more about that too. I just know someone who might be looking to hire an accountant.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, I'm open to additional opportunities, especially from someone so well connected. I will, of course, be happy to meet any friends that you would like to introduce for the purposes of expanding my experiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course. Yes. Well, we can discuss it further when you return.
Yeah, you've been very helpful. You've been lovely. I'm gonna be very like, and just kind of like spacily walk out of the shop as I'm clearly thinking about other things.
Okay.
Hi.
You guys
yes,
can stay.
Oh no,
No.
I'm good. Lower my.
Enjoy your bits. Well, as you begin to leave, the shopkeep Pally at the very back of the store, still fidgeting awkwardly with his fingers, brings you out into the streets of Torgos. There is a pretty definitive sense of casual ease. Probably no surprise to Renisser, but in a bit of an unusual turn for Echo and Elle, you would be able to observe that the charging hog remains intact, largely unaffected by any kind of damage or issues or anything reminiscent of the experience you had when you first arrived in Torgos. But as you emerge back out into the city streets itself, the sound of the city is all around you. The moving parts and pieces of Torgos proper in full effect, and you have a new day in front of you. What would you like to do?
I want to have hid all of the money that I took back from Echo all over my person before we left. And I even tested out like trying to maybe put it in some of the like construct parts instead of just pockets. So I've got like coins in my arm.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not that worked, whatever. Should I like? Yeah, I'm gonna try to cast sending to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, mom.
Okay.
Testing. Can you hear me? I am back. Where are you at? Seeing if this works. Love you, okay, bye.
Very quick and relieved tone immediately emerging in response. The voice of your mother, Hera, kicking through, working its way up your spine before vibrating through your mind. Yes. I am in the training yard. Your father is getting drunk with the prince and the general right now. Do please come by when you're able. Happy you're safe. Love you too. And sounds pretty exasperated by the end of it, almost as if your mother was probably directly staring at some kind of failure to train, implement working out in the yard, something of a familiar tone that you've probably experienced in a variety of different settings and circumstances over your youth.
Okay, let's go to the castle. Fairly sure that's where she's at.
Eventually
And
making
I can
your
still
way
cast spells.
towards
That's great
the
news.
central portion of the city itself. There is a pair of guards that are posted in station out front. And as they see you approach, They immediately go into this defensive and protective stance. Right this way, please. Both of them almost showing this air of respect, this deference to your arrival. Not only dissimilar from some of your previous experiences with Citadel of Steel, but similarly unusual even for people who are inherently invited into the Citadel. As you move your way inside, you see guards patrolling on station, moving around the floating and slightly undulating form of the floating pieces and shapes of the Luminous Bastion library off to the distance, the distant eastern edge of the courtyard. On the far opposite edge, the collected form of soldiers standing in rank and formation, immediately going through some kind of training process. As you see, probably 150 or so feet away, Hera cracking a sword down to scrape it across the ground that causes this ringing screech to move through that all of these soldiers respond to in unison. She looks over across the way and sees you come in. And you see all of the soldiers catching their breath and bending over as she begins to walk over. She looks your form up and down. I'm sorry. You understand why we had to...
I'm alive.
That is what's important. Are you... yourself?
As far as I know. I've got the me and I've got the past me.
What do you remember of your dad?
What specifically are you talking about?
Just how would you describe him?
I mean, he chose the name celebrity. He likes to tell tall tales that aren't really tall tales, but they're obviously also inflated.
Okay. And she moves forward and gives you a hug. Good to see you again. Gives you a hug and
I'm gonna
pulls
hug
you
her
in close.
like a little bit too tight. Hi, Mama.
It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Well, let's go empty your father's cup and presumably stop a fist fight. I don't know who it's gonna be, but it's probably someone. Hopefully it's not the prince. He just likes to stir shit sometimes.
I mean, this prince could probably do with some rough and tumble.
Elle, don't say that out loud in here. Come on. And
Everybody
turns
should know.
and begins to move towards the entrance. Doesn't really say much to Echo or Renisser right away. Hi, come on. And as she begins moving towards the entrance where there's the series of guards on station, just walks up towards the front central, move! And begins sort of spreading them out of the way quick, to which they both reluctantly, but in a sort of fervent reluctance, kind of begin slowly moving out of the way. Move, move, move! Continuing to shove them through as she works her way up the series of metallic and reflective stairs, the pathway remaining clear for all of you to follow beyond. And as you eventually make your way inside, Hera goes through the process of navigating a series of corridors and unusual locations as the noise of the city begins to dissipate away slightly, and all of the elements from the exterior are settled into the central resonant portion of the Citadel of Steel. As you begin to zero in after Hera's doubling back a few times takes place, you begin to hear laughter and some friendly banter. And as Hera pushes open a door, it is General Andres, Spriggans, Prince Arundel, all in a room sitting around a table. And that's when she got a tail! And they all start laughing, and you see Spriggans' face go slightly white as all of you enter in. Hey, sweetie. I was just telling the boys here about how you been? Oh, baby! Jumps up quickly and leans into you kind of heavy. The new stuff, it's so cool. You look like a tidbit. It's kind of weird, I know, but like also it's kind of awesome, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty tight.
I think
pretty
so.
tight. Don't tell your mom I said that, because it's probably gonna take. And oh shit. And you kind of look over your shoulder to see Hera standing like right behind you, just staring at Spriggans' face. I think she knows. Okay. Well, we gotta celebrate, right? Okay?
Yeah.
We gotta celebrate. Where's your husband?
I was going to actually ask you guys that, because I left him with you.
Oh, shit. That's right. I'm sorry, I took really good care of him. And he snaps his fingers and this hole opens up directly above you. And you see Atlas tumbling at velocity before smashing into the ground hard and heavy. It's right here. Told you. And he gets up holding his back. Where am I? Where is this? Elle? Spriggans.
Hi, honey bunny.
Oh, I don't know what happened. I was with everyone. And the next thing I knew, I just started falling. I was falling for hours. Spriggans turns, sort of steps away. That's unfortunate. Good to have you back, Atlas. Leans into the table where you see Andres and Prince Arundel sitting. Goes, you see it? Okay. Okay. And pulls out the chair and sits down. All right, he's one of us now. Everybody be cool. Atlas just extremely confused. Is this real?
Yes.
General Andres has now kind of stepped away from the table and begins walking over to stand next to Echo, puts his arm around your shoulder. It is good to see you back.
Be back.
I take it your mission was a success then?
I mean, maybe not in exactly the way we wanted it to be, but everyone made it back that could.
Well, you got the job done. That is what is important. I, myself, am taking a short leave before I engage on my new assignment.
What's your new assignment?
I am to take over the Kingsguard and provide protection to our young prince. Well, what can I say? Something from Spriggans' closet. Perhaps more fitting than wearing around heavy armor all day. This is the job of much younger soldiers than I. It is perhaps time to take a more diplomatic approach to killing people.
My dad in charge of the Kingsguard.
Well, you know, I always had this within me, of course, right? This is no
Obviously.
new revelation.
But it's like real now.
But yes, of course, sure, I am appointed to a position of honor and renown. Plus, it turns out I am somewhat agreeable to life in the castle thus far, so...
I wouldn't know. I've only really been inside the castle itself once, and I snuck in when I did that, so...
Ali.
That's how I met Marcus.
That is a story you will tell me sometime, I am sure. Grabs you by the arm and begins to pull you away from the rest of the group. Okay, but I have negotiated an opportunity for you to join me here. You can function as one of the trainers and the assistant to the Kingsguard. We will whip these troops into shape. Together, we can catch up and spend time and recover some things that have been lost. What do you think? Would you like to live in a castle? The dream of every young orphaned child, no doubt. I find myself surprisingly agreeable to it. So, what do you think, father and daughter together?
When you left in the timeline I grew up in, you sent me off to live into something very equivalent to a castle.
Oh, well, then you already understand the benefits of this. I do not need to sell you on it. So, shall I show you to your room then?
That is like a dream for lots of young people to live in a castle, especially when they had an upbringing like mine. But then I lost my parents and like my whole family. And then I lost you.
Yes, and I hope to
and then I lost
up for last time.
Numi, and then I left Colt. And then I lost Kavini and Marith.
Yes.
And so my dream isn't about living in a castle. My dream has more to do with someone who won't be gone.
Well,
I
will be here for you now. This, a solemn vow.
There's one guy that in every single timeline has never not been there. So I gotta check with him before I can tell you, yeah or no, that I'm gonna come stay here.
This is your Colt.
Yeah, my Colt.
For the record, I do not know if I trust him, but if you do, then I do as well.
Well, I'm like, you know, Daddy Andy. One thing that dads gotta do is let their little chickens fly. I got
Also
wings.
An eagle myself.
I got wings, so I gotta spread them.
Yes, I mean, you can't spread the chicken, obviously. Unless you're going to
I mean,
eat
they can
the
spread their
chicken.
wings, though.
I mean, they can. Ali, you are distracting the point.
I gotta talk to Colt.
And as the head of the King's Guard, I will see that you are escorted, kept safe, and protected on your travels there. And I shall be here, waiting to have you drop in for a visit, or to spend some time, or to accompany me on a vacation if I decide to take one.
Oh, you will take one. I will make sure
Yes.
of that.
Just a couple of days with Sprogans has opened my eyes to a number of new possibilities.
We gotta take a vacation with Sprigans because I have questions
Yes,
for
I feel like
that.
it would be exciting in some capacity. I did not expect it. Invigorating,
Right?
you know?
Yeah, he has got like I've got these ideas for what, we'll talk about that later.
Exactly. He makes me want to fight the bear. I do not know why.
You want to fight a bear?
I think so.
Like with your bare hands?
I think I could do it. He made me believe.
No, just with the fish.
It is not
I
important.
think
This
the queen
is,
can turn into a bear. Why don't you try? Just saying.
Yes, I will fight the queen. No, wait. That's probably not a good thing for the head of the King's Guard. That is probably the wrong way to go. But I bet you I could do it.
Wouldn't you be the queen's guard? Because there's not a king right now.
It is a tiered system. The head of her guard is actually her son, but not Marcus. It's complicated. Look,
That makes sense. That makes sense. You mean the eight-legged one?
Yes, he does not seem very smart. It was confusing to me to
he's
meet
the
my new
smartest.
colleagues. Anyways,
He is the smartest.
ordered me away 7 times, and then I left, and then he called me back. I didn't know why. Told me to fall out a number of times.
Did he ask you about eggs or floppy chicken?
No, there is no such chicken mentioned. What is with the chicken? It's...
Did he ask you to write a book?
Ali,
Sorry.
I am sorry.
For what?
For abandoning my duty to you.
You didn't. That is the dumbest thing you have ever said.
Mind your tone, you speak to your father this way. I
Yeah,
could fight a bear if I wanted to.
I believe you could, and you would win.
Exactly.
And that is
right.
still the dumbest thing you have ever said. You didn't abandon your duty to me. You did
You have
an
said
amazing
duty.
job.
Sporgans has illuminated the humor in this as well. The whole time, I did not know. I was telling everyone I was doing my duty everywhere. Nobody said it. It's maybe you don't get it. I'll explain it to you later. Took me a moment at first as well. Yes, you see it now. Okay. Don't make a joke when you walk by a soldier doing their duty. Okay, I'm being too inconsiderate of the setting. We are in a hallowed place of royalty.
But yeah, you didn't do a bad job. You didn't fail in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I am sorry for not being there, and I am glad that you found someone Who could be?
You couldn't have done anything different to have been there, and you did everything you could to be there. I don't have any frustration or resentment, but I can't just leave the person who just to come be with you.
Never leave a man behind. It seems as if perhaps my teachings have stuck with you in some capacity, no matter what.
You know? I mean, absolutely. Colt never left me behind, and I'm not gonna leave him behind anymore either.
Maybe I did all right after all.
You did amazing.
I love you, sweet girl.
I love you too.
And Andres moves in to give you a hug. Well, go be reckless, carefree, and do your duty. I cannot with it. Okay. Excuse me. How unbecoming.
It's very becoming. But I gotta go let someone know I'm gonna be home for dinner.
You will have a plate prepped at my side when you are ready to venture away from home, wherever that ends up being.
How many people are here?
A total of 8, I believe.
I wonder just how much he cooked.
Who?
Hang on. I'm gonna just walk away and be send to go Lupicalos.
What are you on about now? Why you last naming me here? I ain't done nothing wrong. You've been missing. I got food about ready here, and you're trying to call me on my last name? You're surnaming me?
How much food you got?
How much do I got? What do you mean, how much do I got? I got plenty. You coming for dinner? You gonna arrive at any point in time? Am I just gonna be sitting here waiting? Oh, dang, I wonder if Allie's ever gonna come back. I don't even know. I'm just this distraught husband just out here with this beautifully laced cooking vest and my remarkable skill and my wonderful touch with a blade and any number of different...
Got the biceps going?
What are you looking for?
There's 8 people here, and I would love for you to have enough food for 9.
Okay. I'll give you 9 people's worth of food with about 2 of them being slightly unsatisfied. What do you think?
Perfect. Meet me at the Citadel with the food. Also...
Citadel?
Also, bring money.
What? How am I supposed to get to the Citadel? You want me to bring 9 people's worth of food to Torgos?
Yup, and there's a statue that we just bought.
And how am I gonna get there? I'm gonna fly on the back of a chicken or something?
Oh, you are gonna love it.
No, Allie. How am I going to get there?
We could go there.
I'll send a ride.
You'll send a ride? What, am I just gonna pack up my whole kitchen? What are you trying to have me?
Ready.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna like not respond anymore.
Okay.
Who can go pick up Colt?
You see Sporgan's spinning on the back 2 legs of the chair that he's leaning up against. I mean, I can, but I probably shouldn't teleport. I've been drinking pretty heavily.
Perfect. Got
I'll come with you.
this one. He gets it. Okay. So you tell me if we start veering into an alternate plane, you just shake me, okay?
Will do. Slam. Slam. Andre's not gonna drink that. Slam. Let's go.
He's got dinner. And make sure he brings money. I told him to bring money.
All right. Food and money.
Okay. So Spriggan's kind of ambling over to you. Where are we going?
To what's your husband's name?
Colt Lupicalos.
Colt Lupicalos' house. We're good.
Where is he?
Arkham Sewell.
Oh,
I know what
The
he
Void
looks
guy.
like. Yeah, we just picture him in your mind and let's get out of here. Let's go pick him up and get some food money.
Close enough.
Well, I haven't. I can connect with somebody real quick. Yeah, let's do it. You, Rennis, are you ready?
I'm ready to go. I put my hands on his shoulders. I don't know if it's needed or not.
This is gonna be great.
He grabs your bits.
Good luck.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Just nod with me. Okay, so 1, 2, and immediately this winding tube of blue light quickly surrounding your forms, this swallowing of arcane energy as Renisser and Spriggan's quickly disappear, reappearing very quickly thereafter. Almost in the same space, maybe several feet to the right. But in this very abstract sense, you see part of Spriggan's, the edge of his vest now lined with some of the bits Renisser had dangled and put together. Both of them wearing one another's shirts, but still maintaining control of their original pants.
Oh, good.
His eyes extremely wide.
Try it again. I'll give him a small tap on the chin to see if he is willing, if he accepts it willingly, and also I don't want to die. Get your shit together, man.
And he snaps his fingers again, and you see this hole open up, and just this collection of meat begins to fall out of it, slapping onto the ground. That is different. That is not what I was expecting. Oh, wait. It's totally fine. And then you hear this. Before you see Colt land on the meat. Kind of looking up and around. What the fuck was that?
I'll help him up.
Where's my knife?
It's maybe in a meat.
You see Renisser snap his fingers again. This large portal opens over like half of you immediately.
I duck.
Oh, damn.
I move me and Honey Bunny back.
I duck.
Dive under a table.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Party redacted coming under a single roof. The presumption of a well-prepared meal maybe taking shape in the form of fallen floor meat and far too many knives, presumably. The collection of your forms and adventures catching up and putting the moving pieces together under the most royal of roofs in all of Curan'Sol. But that is going to be where we leave it for right now. The party redacted.
Wait for like 2 more hours.
Well, we can play for 3 more next week. And we will be returning for our sunset episode. We will see where our party ends up, where they go, what they do, and we will say goodbye. Thank you all so much for being here with us, for spending your time. Thank you, Cage, for the gift sub to Angle of the Dangle, for the bits, because obviously we're going to work that in. We love y'all so much. Thank you so much for being here with us. Please make sure you're bringing your popcorn and your friends next week. And until I see you next time, party on.
We
Push
love
the
you.
button. Oh, yeah.
But this piece alone, nearly 40,000 gold pieces.
Oh, I must have
The
it.
base comprising more than half of that, I must say. Simple as it might be. Now, if you wish to have it adorn your manor or a vacation house or something to that effect, I could, in theory, part ways with it for a meager 36,000, but I'm afraid I can go no lower than that. I mean,
I need this chicken.
'tis an eagle.
There's an eagle.